3, 2. I've got 30 minutes to turn some leftovers into a pretty cool meal. Now, I'm not sure if you're with me on this, but I'm not a big fan of just warming up a leftover. I don't know, it's just not for me. But if I'm taking the ingredients and turning them into something new, now that is more my language. So I'm gonna be making a stuffed pepper that's actually going to be coming from a leftover pork roast and rice dinner that I had just the other night. And I do this at least once a week, where honestly, it's a place where I use a bunch of my leftovers that are in the fridge, but again, I transform them into something that is new. I don't want my family thinking we're just reheating leftovers. I mean, guys, from time to time, it's totally fine, but for today, you know, this is kind of important to me. So I'm adding to a pan a little olive oil and some beautiful onion, and I feel like this is gonna give these leftovers a new life. Now, all of this, by the way, guys, is coming together in 30 minutes for under $40. How exciting. And I get to use all of the leftovers. I mean, there's nothing like emptying a bunch of containers and making something out of it. Whoops, I'll get that later. Okay, so a little garlic and onion, like I said, and this already smells fresh. It already smells like something new is brewing, right? So get this to the side. I do want to get in some oregano and chili. And a really good tip to bring life also back to spice is to heat it up and get it going in a little oil. Okay, just gonna get this right on and layering every flavor. So just a little salt for now. In the meantime, let's grab those leftovers I was talking about. So I had some rice. Yeah, that's my pork. I made a pork tenderloin roast. Grab all of this. Now the rice, I know what you're thinking. How am I gonna make this taste fresh again? Super easy. All you need to do is put it into this mixture and reheat it again. And I'm also gonna add a little passata. Now passata is that beautiful jar that you see right beside me. It's basically strained tomatoes. It's raw, it's pure and delicious. And guys, all the work is done for you. No need to puree any tomatoes. I gotcha. So to that rice, I'm gonna add the tomatoes. And what I always do is put a little water, give it a shake, and make sure to use every last bit in this beautiful jar. Voila. It's gonna give summer for that rice to go. So a quick turn, perfect. And that's gonna slowly cook together perfectly. Okay, in the meantime, let's chop up that pork tenderloin. Now again, I don't have much, but I have enough to make the stuffing for stuffed peppers. So I think I'm just going to cube this up. It's gonna be perfect. And my goodness, is there anything like a pork tenderloin meal? It is so good. But warming this up as is, no way, not for me. So I'm going to have it and just cube it up. Again, if you feel like shredding this, go right ahead. And don't get me wrong, this would be lovely just chopped into a fresh salad or pulled with a little bit of barbecue sauce, like pulled pork something. All good, all good. Okay, so let me just move that into the pan as I go. Perfect. And this week, I'm using peppers because that's what's on sale at the grocery store. But for instance, if you find some zucchini and you want to make zucchini stuffed boats with the same filling, hey, why not? This is really a technique for you to use at home. But guys, don't get caught up with perfect ingredients and having everything that I'm making today. Now, to go with these beautiful stuffed peppers, what I'm going to be making is a lovely panzanella salad. You heard me right, panzanella. And that is made with stale bread, day-old bread, or older, to be honest with you. It doesn't have to be just from yesterday. Now what I'm going to do is make some beautiful croutons. So for that, I'm going to need a parchment lined baking sheet. And I do want to just turn this down a little, so it's going to slowly cook for me while I chop up this bread. Perfect. Okay, grab a knife that works. Yeah, beautiful straight knife. Now what I'm going to do is just make some croutons on an angle. But again, if you want to make, look, if it breaks like this, it's perfect for the panzanella salad because I need little bits of bread. But for my fondue a little bit later, what I want to do is make sure I have some like dipping pieces. So just get through the bread with a knife, lay these out. You don't want to season them with anything because there's a ton of seasoning coming up. But for now, what I want to do is just lay them on, whoop, pop them into the oven with just a little bit of olive oil. And that will be perfect. Okay, can I get maybe 2 more on? Okay, why not? And I'm going to also get on these little broken bits. Perfect. Gorgeous. Okay, follow me. Into the oven we go. In the meantime, I'm going to grab my peppers, the 4 vessels that are going to carry that delicious filling. And it just so happened that I got 4 different colored ones. That's what I found in the variety pack on sale. And you know what? It's going to do the job just right. So, let's make a little space for this. Guys, I think we're in a perfect place to take a break. I'm going to get these prepared for the stuffing. Come on back. We're going to make these when we get back. Welcome back. Tonight is all about reinventing my leftovers. I'm not really big on just taking a leftover and putting it into the oven. I like to give it life again. And that's exactly what I'm doing with these stuffed peppers. I'm using some leftover pork tenderloin that I had the other night with some rice. And guys, I've always got some frozen peas. This dish looked like it needed a little bit of pop to it. And nothing says pop like a green pea. It's just perfect. Look at this. I love it. Now, with this, I'm also going to be making a panzanella salad, a fondue for later. It's just endless fun around here. Now, what I want to do, I'm going to put this down. Perfect. I've got these peppers that I just took the tops off of. And again, this was what was on sale at the grocery store this week, and this is what I went with. So I've got a beautiful mixture of rice and those nice chunks of pork with a little tomato sauce, maybe some passata. And again, look at how beautiful this green pea looks in here. It's stunning. Now this is a meal for 30 minutes or less, $40 or less, and for 4 people. I know, it's exciting stuff. Okay, don't go overboard on me. Everybody's getting into the pot over here. And what I love to do is really stuff these to the top. As you can see, it's the perfect quantity. If some spills over, it's okay. There's nothing like a little crispy rice. That looks just about right. But to this, I do want to add just a little bit of cheese. Now again, these are containers that I have. This is some cheddar, but I think it's mixed with some mozzarella too. It's a little mini mellow, and that's what it's all about. Using up every leftover that you possibly can. I'll set this to the side for later. And by the way, these tops of the peppers, I do want to quickly show you something. In my fridge, I've always got a container where I'm just putting all of my leftover bits. Hey, if I'm making a saute in a couple of days, a stew, if I'm gonna roast some veggies in the oven, this is your money, guys, and you need to make sure you're making complete use of it, okay? So that, I will use a little later. In the meantime, I want to get these into the oven. I think those crostinis will be ready too. Ah, yes, they are. Okay, perfect. Look at these babies. This is stale bread, day-old bread. How exciting. Again, giving life to it again. Okay, peppers are in. They're slowly gonna cook and they're gonna come together beautifully. I'm gonna give a little cleanup here. And now it's time for the panzanella salad. So guys, I've got a couple of tomatoes that I've got right over here on my counter. And by the way, my tomatoes live on my counter. Room temperature is the best way to store them. And I feel like they really do stay the sweetest and most flavorful possible. These are just some heirloom tomatoes. And what's exciting about this is that you can just cut them however you like. I do like it a panzanella salad, which is a poor man's salad. Different shapes, different textures and sizes. It's what it's all about. So I've also got some cherry tomatoes that are on their way out, but I want to use them. I don't want anything to go to waste. Okay, looking great. Careful your fingers. I've got this big guy that needs to be cut as well. And I'm just going to core it because the center is kind of ready to go, but the rest is going to be perfect in my salad. So to this, I'm going to add, of course, some cucumber, which is a classic, and some sliced red tomatoes. But most importantly, that stale bread is really what's going to drive this all home. It's gonna absorb that vinaigrette that I'm gonna make a little bit later, and it's gonna be so, so good. So, speaking of which, I need my cucumber. I'm gonna grab a red onion, perfect. And again, a salad that comes together in no time. Now, I do not like to peel my cucumber. I like the color. And what I'll do is just cut it in half and then put it in these little half moon sizes. Gorgeous. Again, you need to think different textures, different sizes. Again, a poor man's salad, it's just an Italian way of saying a leftover ingredient type of salad. But that feels so good when you eat it. It's delicious and packed with flavor. So red onion, again, something I've always got on hand. And as you can see, I've got my bowl of staples around here. So I've got onions and garlic, always ready to go. Some tomatoes, I've got a fruit bowl with the classics. And these are everyday ingredients, guys, but I'm turning them into something excellent. And that's what it's really all about. Giving life to your ingredients, and it doesn't have to necessarily be leftovers. It can just be good quality things that you're buying. Stretching that dollar is what it's all about. So in this salad, what I like to do is thinly slice. So please forgive me while I do this very carefully to make sure that your salad looks perfect. And my fingers stay on my hand. Okay, perfect. These are great. Now, I've also got a little surprise element that's gonna go into this. It's not typical in a panzanella salad, but they're right beside me. I took them out during the break. Bocconcini. And these are little soft mozzarella balls. I've got a couple left over from the other night. And what I'm doing here is I'm literally tearing them. I find when you do, the olive oil gets kind of incorporated into the cheese. It's really beautiful. And it looks rich and delicious. Now this is just sitting in this little water brine, which keeps them fresh throughout the week as I use them. And of course, what else is gonna go into my panzanella salad than some fresh basil, which I'm just gonna shred. So guys, perfect place to take a break. When we come back, I am making fondue with leftover cheese. Can't wait to show you. it is reinventing leftover night. I'm not big on leftovers, but I do like to take the ingredients and change them into something new. All in 30 minutes for under $40. Now, because of that, I'm kind of multitasking. I'm going a little everywhere. So I've got my beautiful panzanella salad that I've just literally torn that stale bread that I made into crostini earlier. And of course, this has tomatoes and basil, a little cucumber, and some red onion. And this really does need the perfect dressing. So I've got some Dijon mustard here, some red wine vinegar goes in, some garlic, because I mean, guys, we have croutons, we have tomatoes, we have cheese, bocconcini cheese to be exact. I'm salivating just talking about this combination. And of course, this is a classic dressing that I pretty much make all the time. Red wine vinegar, or again, you have balsamic, white wine, champagne, whatever you've got. Something acidic, something creamy, an emulsifier. I've got Dijon. And yes, some olive oil that I'm just gonna stir right in as I turn this together. Now, this is a salad that you can actually dress a little earlier in your evening. Why? Because the bread needs to absorb all of that goodness, and the tomatoes, the cucumbers, they can stand up really well to dressing. So I'm going to pour it right over top, and this is kind of hanging out for me, waiting until it's ready to be plated a little later. So I'm gonna put this right over here. In the meantime, I do want to get together my cheeses for fondue, because I did promise you a fondue, right? Now this is a clean up the fridge fondue. Little its and bits of cheese that I'm gonna show you I have in a minute. The other night we opened a bottle of white wine, and so I'm gonna use this as the base. That's gonna just slowly warm up. And in the meantime, I'm going to get in a combination of mozzarella, perfect, some cheddar cheese, and here I've got some Emmental or Swiss and some cheddar, or excuse me, Gruyere, that's what I meant to say. Now again, if you do not have these cheeses and you've got a combination of, say, blue cheese, goat cheese, I don't know, any other type that's hanging around in your fridge, guys, use this up. Now the pieces of cheese I'm going to cube up because it's all going to melt, so it doesn't really matter. But in order for this to thicken up and be an actual fondue, what I'm going to do is add a little cornstarch and toss the cheese in it. So as that wine warms up, this is gonna have a place to go. Just about a teaspoon or so. Okay, perfect. Oh my goodness, I love this texture, by the way. Can we talk about having fun with our food? Okay, so this is slowly coming up to a simmer. I'm gonna toss this to the side. In the meantime, I do wanna get my apples and my pears together. This is gonna be the perfect dipper. Now, apples and pears, again, basics, everyday food that you find in the regular grocery store. We are not buying expensive things. These are staples that I've got pretty much all the time, sitting with my apples and my oranges and my bananas and all of the other fruits and veg that I buy weekly. So this is gonna come here. And in the meantime, I'm gonna make dippers. So of course I've got that crostini, which is gonna be the perfect dipper for the cheese. But in the meantime, I do wanna just cut these apples and pears. Now very easily, I'm gonna keep them, I would say about, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch thick. The reason is I wanna make sure that they can pick up the cheese and stand up. So thin slices just won't do it for me. A nice good dipper, okay? Because I love a sauce, and especially a cheese fondue. So again, this compost, I'll take care of that later. I've got green apples, which standing up to cheese, which we're gonna season shortly with like some nutmeg and some salt and pepper. Oh, that combination is going to be insane. Okay, because these are fresh fruits and I'm only gonna be using them a little bit later, I do want to douse them with just a little bit of lemon juice. It's gonna keep everything really bright and not turning any colors on me. Okay, lovely. Now, in the meantime, I want to get that cheese in. Okay, can I use a spatula? And a piece of basil just came in here. Excuse me. You are not invited to the fondue party. Okay, so I like to do this in batches. I'm gonna put half, give it a quick little stir. Immediately, that cheese is melting and it's thickening up because of the cornstarch all at once. Okay, beautiful. and put that to the side. Now I am gonna season this up a little bit, but for now, I'm gonna watch this melt and enjoy this moment. It's a perfect time to take a break. I'm gonna get everything assembled, so come on back. You're gonna see how everything comes together. Hey, welcome back. It is leftover night, but guys, this is a reinvented leftover night. I'm taking ingredients that I've used and I'm zhuzhing them up into a whole new meal. I know, it's exciting. I'm not one to really like a leftover that I pop in the oven. It's just not me. So what I've got here is a fondue that is slowly cooking up, bubbling away, and I do want to season it with a little bit of lemon. It's going to contrast that nice cheese. A little nutmeg, because anything that I make that's white or creamy always has that pinch of nutmeg. It's kind of something that everyone goes like, what's in there? Interesting. Now this is gonna go perfectly with some sliced apples and some beautiful pears, which I'm going to set right alongside here, my fondue pot, which is waiting for that cheesy sauce to hit it. Now I did douse these with a little bit of lemon, making them almost a little bit tart. So as they hit that cheese, it's gonna be perfection. Okay, beautiful. Oh my goodness, this is a dream. Can we just talk about this? And this is all leftover cheese that I had hanging around in my fridge. Really easy. Now this is gorgeous even going in. I mean, come on. And all this in 30 minutes for under $40. Now today, it's not just about everyday ingredients, it's about using leftovers and giving them a new life. Pretty exciting, right? Now, of course, my stale bread is one of those favorite things I love to make crostinis with all the time. These are just hit with a little olive oil, crisped up in the oven, super delicious. And not only are they going to be a dipper, they're also going to be the crouton component to my panzanella salad. Tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, stale bread, super delicious. Oh, and guess what? I've got some bocconcini that are also sitting in that Dijon red wine vinaigrette. Guys, it is so good. I mean, when I'm smelling this, it's insane. Okay, so I do want to make a place for my peppers because I had some pork tenderloin that I used up with some day-old rice and stuffed them into cute little colorful peppers. Talk about giving a new life to something, right? I'm gonna grab a tong right here, set this here. There's a pop of color with the green peas, that little bit of melted cheese right over top. And when this hits your dish, let me tell you, you are not gonna think that this is a leftover being reused. This looks like a whole new meal. That's right. Okay, I need to push them over, they're that big. Guys, all of this for under $40 in 30 minutes, may I add? I do want to get rid of this because I want to just show you how gorgeous this is coming together. Okay, so I've got this right over here and it's ready. Now, normally I look at the timer and I say, oh boy, we are done. But guys, we are a little in advance. So, you know what? Let me get a little something sweet. It's a little unexpected on the fly. I've got some crostini left over. Okay, give me a second to think about this. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Okay, bananas. We've all got this. Toasted coconut. Second. I've always got some hazelnut spread. I don't know about you. Okay, can I do this? Can I really do this? Oh my gosh. I'm not sure if this is a good idea, but one second. I'm too far in now to turn back. So, chocolatey hazelnut spread. I've always got to have this moment where I'm kind of sweating at the end of this 30-minute meal, but I feel like it's just a part of me. And guys, this is actually how I cook at home. My husband can attest to that, okay? So, I've got some beautiful chocolate hazelnut spread on those crispy crostini. I'm slicing up some banana. All you need are 2 slices of banana to go right over top. Let me grab a platter. I know, it might be messy, but it's gonna be good. Okay, let's place these babies down. We can have 1 or 2 bites per person. It's no big deal. I'm watching the timer go, and we are fine with time. I will tell you that. Okay, let's go on. I need to make at least 1 more because I need to just make it a little more complicated for me. Why not? Do not look at my hands. They're chocolatey, they're messy, but I'll, lick them up after. Okay, a little toasted coconut goes right over top. And I've given a new life to the crostini in not 1 way with the fondue, not 2 ways in my panzanella salad, but also in a 3rd way with a delicious sweet treat. Guys, I did this in, this timer's not gonna like me, 28 minutes and 50 seconds, bringing leftovers back to life. A meal, actually a spread. All I can say is if I can do this, so can you. Enjoy. Okay, I'm going in for this one. I have to. Oh yeah. Oh yes. So good.